Welcome back to my channel, YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about the bed that I built in my camper van. I built it so that I can fold it out if I want to make it wider. I built it in the couch bed bench style. Normally I just leave it in the single wide bench style to sleep on it. I built it so I could fold it out in case my wife wanted to go camping with me. She hasn't gone yet, but if she wanted to, she could come along. Also, I built a small closet in my van. It creates a separation wall. It separates a small space in the back of my van where I can put a porta-potty for an emergency restroom. If someone was along with me, they could have a separation with a curtain to a small area for porta-potty. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I built that and what that looks like. So let's go ahead and take a look. My name is Doug. I'm a retired school teacher. Built a camper van out of an old Xfinity service van. I will take you with me camping, fishing, going to the beach, going to baseball games. I'm going to teach you how to save some money. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Holiday 10. The bed in my van is a couch bench bed style, and I built it out of 1x2s and 2x2 framing. I wanted to have storage space underneath for blankets and pillows and things like that, and also a place to house my 12-volt batteries for the electrical system. So I measured it out. It's 6 feet 2 inches long, and that leaves me extra room in the back of the van to have another area, which I have for kind of a bathroom area. The top of this has desktops, and I also made the framing for a small separation wall as well as a little closet. There's storage space under the closet for shoes and a backpack for my clothes. It's a very narrow closet. It's about 8 inches wide, and I have to throw in here a shot of me using power tools so that everyone knows that I actually know how to use the saw. So that's me in my garage cutting up some wood for the closet that I built. At any rate, the closet is small, but it's big enough for me to put a couple of sweatshirts in there, maybe a jacket, maybe to hang up a couple of nice dress shirts or button-up shirts if I want to. I just use L brackets to bolt the bottom of this down to the platform. The black desktop platform is from a company called Ballard Design. It's an extra leftover desktop from my wife's office when she wanted to update it. And this separation wall creates an area in the back for a porta potty or a small bathroom, a small restroom. That was the original idea. The design was to be able to have an area to where you could put a curtain, and you could close the curtain if you wanted to use the restroom if you're in there with another person. Right now I just have a luggable loo toilet in there. It's just a bucket with a lid and a seat with a plastic bag. It's for emergencies only. I've never used it, but I caulked all the seams like I did the rest of the walls and the separation wall, and I painted it white with some nice semi-gloss house paint. So this is the bench top. The back will fold down and it will rest on this 1x2 or 2x2 right here. And there's legs under the back to make this wider. These are two desktops from a company called Ballard Design, and they were extra parts from when my wife wanted to update her home office. She wanted larger desktops. It's all modular stuff, and these are in the garage, so I just use them as my bench, couch, and bed. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and I'll show you what it looks like inside. There's some cubby space in here for blankets and pillows. So when I open this up, I have a stick. It's very simple. I just put a stick right here to prop it up, and then I have a cubby space that's under my closet area right here for where I put shoes and maybe a backpack with my clothes. And then in this space right here, I have pillows. I store blankets in here, things like that. I have a pillow here. Sometimes I put electrical components or electrical parts that I want to use that I know that I might be needing to work on something. And then this side of the under the bed is where I keep my two 12-volt batteries. This is kind of unorganized. I'm going to redo this. I'm going to make a whole nother video where I'm going to hook up an isolator to my battery. I'm also going to hook up a solar panel, but for right now I'll save all of this for another video. But this is the way it looks when I open it up, and the desktop is kind of heavy, and I intentionally wanted it that way so that if anybody ever did try to break into my van, they would have a difficult time opening the bench top and figuring out how that works or stays up. This top piece of the bench right here is attached with a long piano hinge that I have, or two piano hinges that I have here in the back. And then the back portion of this back is attached with two bolts that just slip into two holes and two bungee cords. It keeps it from rattling around with the two bungee cords. So what I'll do is I'll take the back of this down and show you how that it will rest on this 2x2 that I have on the front side of the bed. Then there's a hole in this end where one of the bolts goes through, and there's a hole in this end where one of the other bolts goes through. So the front of my van is kind of messy. I have these cushions and sheets up here which normally rest on the bench, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how to take this back part down and put it down here on this 2x2 where it rests. It's got some fold out legs to make this wider. So first I'll take off the bungee cords that keep this thing from rattling around, and then I have two bolts that kind of hold this in. They're just slipped in here. There's one bolt. There's another bolt. And they go into these holes that help hold this backrest down for the bed. And this is kind of heavy. And as you might be able to see, not sure if you can see it from that angle, but there are some flip-up legs here that flip up when I put this down to rest. So it's kind of heavy, and what I always do is I try to flip the legs out first. I got these hinges off of Amazon, and all I did was make some 2x4 legs, and then it flips up just like this. Have to line up the holes, slip these bolts in. That's one. That's two. Sometimes you gotta lift it up. Just like that. And that's how you make the bed wider. I'm not going to lay down, but I have a cushion. It's just a foam pad that I lay down, and that's how you make it wide. My mattress for the couch bed is a piece of 3-inch foam cushion, and I have a fitted sheet that I put on it. This is the type of foam that I use. It's 3-inch, and it works really well. And I put a little extra padding down here. Sometimes that's a knee foam, foam for my knees when I work inside the van. I keep that under there. And I also put a piece of that knee foam on the back like this, and I keep one back there. When I built the bed, couch, bench, I built a separation wall right here, and it has a small closet built into the separation wall. In this small closet, there is enough room for me to have a couple of sweatshirts, a jacket, maybe some shirts hanging up. It's only about, I'd guess, I mean, I had measurements when I built it, but I think it's only about 8 inches wide. It's not very wide at all, but it is big enough for me to hang in some sweatshirts and a jacket, maybe some shirts. Then I have a small shelf right up here that I built. I keep a few things on it, and I installed this fan right here, which I don't really like. But this is my closet, which is a separation wall. This separates the living space from this back area back here. And this is the back area where I built so where there will be a porta-potty if needed. I'm gonna go around the back of the van and show you a little more. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. So this is from the back looking towards the front. There's the small closet with my storage for shoes and a backpack for clothes underneath the closet. And my bed is down the front. So this area back here is about, I guess it's about 28 inches by maybe 36 inches. And it's big enough for me to put a porta potty in here if I need to. That's the way I built it. Right now I just have a luggable loo. It turns out this space ends up being more like my garage area now. I end up putting tackle boxes back here and a fold-up chair on the side and some cones, and I end up putting a lot of my stuff around this area around my luggable loo. But the idea was there would be a separation wall here and then install a curtain right up here that could be drawn across in case somebody needed to use the emergency restroom in the back of the van. That was the original idea. I've never had to use it, and my wife has never come with me, but now it's pretty much become my area for storage. I store all my fishing poles, my tackle boxes, camp chair, and emergency roadside cones, all kinds of things, leveling blocks. They end up going around this bucket and in this area. So it has become kind of my garage slash emergency restroom. This is where I keep my camp chair. Put it right here. And I use a small bungee cord. Attach it up right here. Camp chair. Well, YouTube, that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I built the bed in my van and how I built a small closet and an emergency restroom area. My next video that I plan to make is going to be about the electrical system in my van. I have a TV, a DVR, and I have a couple fans, and I have some inverters, and I have a lights and lighting system that I have in the van. And I plan to make a video about that for the next one. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up, the like button on YouTube. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and hit subscribe. That would help me out a lot. And until next time, thanks for watching my video.